This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
The views expressed by guests on this program do not necessarily represent the views of the host or owners of the Doggy Diva show and do not necessarily constitute endorsement of products. Medical information discussed by guests on this program are those of the guests and is only for informational purposes and should not replace medical advice by your local veterinarian professional.
Hi, this is Susan Marie from the Doggy Diva show. This week, have you microchipped your pet? Now might be a good time. A fun and easy way to bathe and groom your pets. That's what's on our show this week. Let's get started.
Hey, did you hear that? What is that? It's the bark heard round the world. The Doggy Diva show. Here's national award-winning author and animal advocate, Susan Marie.
Hi, welcome to the Doggy Diva show, the show for animal lovers. I'm your host, Susan Marie, and as always, I'm joined by my canine co-hosts, the Doggy Divas themselves, Francesca, Coco, and our newest little diva, Miss Olive. Miss Olive is the cute little Italian Greyhound rescue in the picture with the microphone. Thank you for joining us today as we bring the experts in the pet and animal world right to you. Email us at doggydivashow@aol.com. That's DOGGYDIVA show@aol.com. We love hearing from you. So go grab a cup of coffee and your pet's favorite treat, and we'll be back in just a moment.
My dog, Mojo, was half beagle and half coonhound. He ate everything in sight. He would swallow things whole, including a chicken carcass, a bird nest with a bird in it, and assorted stones and sticks. We had to take him to the veterinary emergency room. After surgery, Mojo had skin issues. He was constantly itching and scratching, chewing on his feet, and chewing the hair right off of his legs, being irritated, lethargic, and just not the same dog.
DINOVITE.com.
When we put him on the Dinovite, he took right to it. All of these symptoms disappeared.
Dinovite is nutrition.
If you want the dog to be healthy, you got to feed it something healthy.
Something that he actually likes to eat. You need to put him on Dinovite.
Dinovite for life.
If you love your dog, you don't just want him healthy, you want him to be happy.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Doggy Diva show. I'm here with Monica Leighton, president of Professional Pet Sitters. And for our pet tip of the week, June is National Microchip Month, and you and I talk about this every year, the importance of microchips for our pets. Can you please share that with our listeners?
Yes, June is National Microchipping Month, and I love that they actually designated an awareness month to this because it really is so vitally important. So many pets, not to anybody's, cause or want, but so many pets get out on a regular basis due to simple accidents, and situations arise, and it just happens, and it's such a wonderful way to track our pets and get them home back to us safely. So a couple things, and just for people who do not understand how microchipping works or what it actually is. So a microchip, like a lot of people think, oh my gosh, like all my pet's information is on that little chip that they're putting into my pet. Not true. So how it works is a microchip is a very small chip. It's about the size of a grain of rice. And it's inserted between the shoulder blades, just below the back of the neck of your pets. What it has on it is that it contains a number that's specific to that chip. So it doesn't emit anything unless a scanner is put on top of the microchip. So when the scanner is put on top of it, the microchip, it will read out a number. And when you call the microchip company, that number will correspond with your information. So how the microchipping company gets that registration information, like your name, your phone number, your address, just correspond with that number, is when you get your pet microchipped, whether, wherever it is, a veterinarian, a humane society, anywhere that microchips your pet, there will be a registration that goes with that. Some companies include registration, some do not. Some, the owner is responsible for logging in and paying a fee and, putting their information in there, to where others, some of the chips now, include the registration. So when you go in and have it done, you just simply give them your information and it's all done for you. So whenever you are getting your pet microchips, it's always important to ask that question. Am I responsible for the registration, or is this included? Because obviously that will go into the fee. If it's not included, generally there's a price that goes along with that. So that's something that you definitely are going to want to know about. Also, if they're not doing the registration for you, then it's your responsibility to register it. Because if you take the time to have your pet microchipped and you do not register that information, that chip is absolutely worthless. They're going to pull up that chip number and they're going to have no idea who it belongs to, because your address and your phone number and your emergency contacts were never registered to that number. The one thing that's great about it simply being a number is if you move, or if you have a new emergency contact that has moved, you can update that information very easily. All you would do is call in, update that information, but you definitely want to make sure, and I tell people this, whenever you pick the person that you want to have as your emergency contact, just because, when it comes to natural disasters, and things as in, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, if you have something major go on in your area and there is an instance to where your pet gets out, I've seen so many circumstances where, you're seeking shelter very quickly in the middle of a storm, and sometimes the pets get scared and they take off. And it can be days normally until a pet will actually come out of hiding, because of storms or because of tornadoes, things of that nature, because they're so fearful, they hide and seek shelter. And until things have calmed down, generally they tend to hide instead of coming right out and trying to look for their home. So it can be days later and, you're trying to figure out all of your stuff and figure out where the pet is. It just becomes a whole situation. So anytime you choose who your emergency contact is, so many people will automatically just do like, oh, well, let's just do my daughter. If I'm not available on my phone, we'll call her. Or let's just choose, my mom. She's right down the road from us. It's easy for her to pick them up. That's all good and fine. But if you have an emergency in your area where you're not getting good reception for cells because towers are down due to storms, or, phone systems aren't working, or a certain area of, your town or city, had damage, it's very, very good to have somebody outside of your immediate area, even if it's only somebody who's an hour away or 2 hours away. It's simply just to have a contact, so that way that person knows how to get a hold of you. It could be, a family member in another state, another, part of the U.S. or another country, even, whatever it is. But just somebody who says, I know how to get a hold of this person. So if there's a problem in their area, they're going to get in contact with me. So tell me, where the pet is, what's going on. Let me get a hold of them. And, yes, this is somebody's pet. We will make sure it's picked up. Let me get a hold of them. So always, definitely think about, before you register your pet, who you want to be that emergency person. Make sure it's somebody who is available by phone, and do not forget to update the information on a regular basis. If there is a phone number change or an address change, not only for you, but for your emergency contact.
Every year we talk about this. We're in Florida, so it's hurricane season, though we're heard all over the country, and everyone has disasters. And it's so important, number one, to register your dog's microchip. I think some people don't even know that they have to, and that's always check when you're having the microchip put in. Is this one that I have to register myself? I know that a couple of mine I did have to register myself, but I didn't know. And I said, now, are you guys doing this or am I? And they, like with Olive, I had to do it myself. So, because I normally had it done by where they got their microchip. So that, number one, is very important. Number two, to have an outside contact. I have one on the East Coast. I have one on the West Coast, just in case there's ever anything that goes on in any of their areas, so that there is, plus a local person, just in case something happens. And also make sure your contact information is current too, because if you look at a lot of these lost animals all around the country, it's because they didn't update their contact information. Sometimes they're lost for months, sometimes for years.
Absolutely.
So that's so important. And it's National Microchip Month. You're right. I love that they have a month special just for this, because you know what? It's something that we should all be doing for our pets, not only for the safety of our pets, but also for our peace of mind, because heaven forbid that there is a disaster and our pet gets out for any reason, or we have to be separated for our pet for any reason. It's like a peace of mind insurance. So it's something that I think that all of us should be aware of, speak to our vets about.
Absolutely. And it's such a cost-effective safety measure for your pets. People don't realize how cost-effective microchips are. And one thing, if your pet is not currently microchipped, consider doing it this month. Call around, check your area. So many places do specials to celebrate, microchipping month. For example, at our office, we do $20 microchips during the month of June, just because we want everybody to have their pet microchip. So that's your microchip and your registration. That's the entire visit, $20 out the door. Your pet is microchipped. They're registered, you're done unless you have a change of address. For $20, your pet is given, that security and peace of mind of getting back to you.
Well, and I tell you, that's so reasonable, and you guys are so good about this. But wherever you go, work with your vet, shop around. They even have like clinics where they put them in. So it's just important as we're entering hurricane season, and there's so many things going on all around the country, all different weather situations. So it's June, National Microchip Month. Let's celebrate it by making sure that our pets not only have a microchip, but that we've registered them, updated the information, and have outside contacts just in case. So Monica, as always, thank you so much. This is great information, and you have a great week.
Thank you. You too.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Susan Marie and Miss Olive here to announce the release of the second book in the Doggy Diva Diaries series, Miss Olive Finds Her Forever Friends, a story about Miss Olive's encounters with bullying at a dog park and how she learns a life lesson. Please check out the original award-winning book, Miss Olive Finds Her Forever Home, which is a story about adoption and rescue. Both books are available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, and please visit thedoggydiva.com for more information. Thank you, everyone. Coming up, looking for a better way to groom and bathe your pets? We've got the answer.
Hey, everyone. Michelle Fern here. These last couple of months with the COVID-19 pandemic have been so tough. I am so glad I had Mr. Z with me. So I decided to reward him. I got him a Kong box subscription. Well, we just got our first box, and he was right near me when I opened it, so I could show him everything inside. Let me tell you, party time in a box for your pooch. The box comes with, first of all, you get 2 great Kong toys. Kong, those super durable toys that have been around. They've been making them since 1970. They are amazingly durable, great for chewers or bored dogs, because you can put the little treats inside the Kong toy and your dog is entertained for hours. So in the Kong box, you get the 2 great toys, you get 3 delicious treats, and 2 recipes or tips delivered monthly or every other month. And for all of my listeners, I have a great offer for you. Now, for a limited time, go to kongbox.com/bestbets and get your first box free with your subscription, and donate $1 to Best Friends Animal Society to help other dogs in need. So again, just go to kongbox.com/bestbets. Now, you can cancel anytime on your subscription for a really small fee, but I don't think you're going to want to cancel. The value is just amazing. So kongbox.com/bestbets. And hey, Mr. Z says, happy chewing.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Doggy Diva Show. #1 ranked and award-winning HandsOn Gloves offers tender, loving care for your pet with a helping hand to groom and bathe them. And Miss Olive is a true HandsOn Glover lover. She loves when I go with her. We groom her. She loves her baths. I have to tell you, it's a great bonding experience for us. And here with us to tell us more about this, I have to tell you, it's a remarkable tool for pet parents and their pets, is the founder, Jay Michaelson. Hey, Jay, how are you? Welcome back to the Doggy Diva Show.
Well, thank you so much, Susan, for having us back. We love your show and love what you guys do. Thanks for having us. How are you?
I'm very good. You staying safe with everything that's going on out there?
We are. We're on a ranch south of Fort Worth, out in the middle of nowhere, and so our dogs are in Doggy Disneyland, which people name our place. So we're doing good. How about you guys?
Very good, thanks. Very good. Yeah, everyone, we're all doing our part here to keep everything well.
You bet.
Now, for the listeners who may not be familiar with the concept of HandsOn Gloves, could you please tell us a little bit about it and also why you created it? Because sometimes I think people think, oh, it's only a dog or a cat thing, but you actually use it on other animals. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that, that would be great.
You bet. Growing up, I grew up with horses and dogs my whole life, and grooming and bathing them. I've wondered why my parents kept buying these tools that just didn't work. And you knew, like the wire bristle brushes and the metal blades, you knew it hurt the animal. But I just wondered why that didn't work. Fast forward to adulthood, I got sick of what I was doing, and I went to my wife and said, look, because I always had this glove in my mind. And I said, look, let's go make this. Let's get back to pets and get in the pet industry and play with pets and pet people. And so we set out and did that. And we quickly realized why they had never been on the market, because they were really hard to make. It took us 4.5 years. But we stuck with it, and we weren't going to deliver a product that didn't work. So 4.5 years of fighting through it, and getting it. But I originally designed it for horses, but as we were testing, we quickly realized that it works just as great on our dogs and cats. And I've got everything from I've groomed elephants and camels and zebras, and I always make the joke that I need an aardvark. So if there's any aardvark owners out there listening,
and then you'll be from A to
give
Z.
me a call. So I can finally say, aardvarks to zebras, it works.
I love it. Now, can you just describe the look and feel of the glove? Because as you know, I as we talked about, I joke I'm a HandsOn Glove lover, but it is so unique. And when people look at it, they go, what is that? Because I have it in Olive's bag because I use it to kind of calm her, and not only to groom her, but it's a great little calmer. But can you just tell the listeners, describe the way it's made? It's so unique.
Yeah, and we made nodules, and this is we're patented. And again, this is a pair of gloves. You get a glove on each hand, which makes all the difference in the world. But we have nodules that we use the highest grade materials. We use surgical grade nitrile, so there's no latex in it. It's chemical resistant, mildew resistant, because you can bathe with them as well. But there's nodules on the palms and all 5 fingers. So finally getting your fingers in the action makes all the difference in the world. And you were talking about soothing and bonding, and we've got rescues that hate to be groomed, but they love the gloves because it's just your hands. They're just getting a loving massage. They don't know they're getting groomed, if you will.
No. And I have to tell you, Jay, when I bring it out, and I was just sitting here with Chuck, and I brought out all of the gloves for her. She knows exactly what they are, and she already lifts her head up because she's all ready to. She like stretches her head. She's ready to go, and her eyes are closed, going, "Okay, Mom, let's go." I love it.
and they will. They will rush to you when you break the gloves out. they're like, oh, this is massage time. Even our horses, you can go out in the middle of the pasture, they're eating grass, doing their thing, and they see that you have the gloves on, they will come over
I can
and push
see
each
that.
other out of the way.
No, me. Because it's like a little massage. And I have to tell you, Jay, I use it on all of mine. I have multiple gloves. I use them on all of my girls to give them baths and to groom them. But one of the things I really love, not only is it that it gets in and it really gets into their fur and it really helps with the cleaning process. Some other things I've used have come off while I'm trying to wash them, because sometimes I have a squirmy one, and if these stay on, they never come off. They don't move. You have a firm grip. It's like it truly works, whether you're in water or out of water.
Well, and into that, we have a sizing chart, and we have sizes for kids all the way up to extra large for really big hands. So we have a size for everybody. And you'll see a lot of other wannabes and knockoffs out there. It's a one-size-fit-all that will slip off and roll around. But like I said, ours, HandsOn Gloves, has a nice wrist strap, so you tighten it down, you get your glove size, and it's just a perfect, comfortable fit.
I love it.
Your pets are comfortable, and the other part to making everybody comfortable is these don't rip and cut the hair out like blades and metal bristle brushes.
Mm-hmm.
They only massage the ready to shed hair. And then you were talking about getting down to the skin. That's with your fingers. The flexibility of your fingers gets all the way down to the skin, massages that dirt and dander out, and then massages that natural oil all the way through the coat. And that's one of our major awards we won, is Best Natural Product, because if you use it on just here and there, you'll get a nice natural shine. So that's the fun part about it as well.
To that point, it's bio-friendly, hypoallergenic, safe for both humans and animals. So we were talking about that bonding experience, and it almost is like a massage, Jay, because of the way the little nodules are, and they're in where I guess the fingers are different than the palms. So the way it goes down, I mean, they truly love it. No matter if it's a little dog, a big dog. I have one dog that was a rescue who, if I tried to bring a brush out in the old days, I mean, she would run. I don't know what happened with the brush and, her prior situation, but she adores these. So I think that this is great if you have a rescue, you don't know, maybe they're a little afraid of the brush. This is wonderful.
You're just coming at them with your hands. You're not coming at them with a harsh device. And we have the same thing. We have a couple rescues that really hate to be groomed, and if we brought those out, they would literally run and hide in the creek. Like, no, don't touch me.
I've seen it. I know it. I've seen that look on their face. And they love it.
But again, I mean, but think about it. Would you put that bristle brush or that blade down your arm, leg, belly, back, anywhere? It hurts.
No, and my cat hates it. So, my cats love this too. It's like, really?
They do.
I know people who have horses. I've recommended it to them because the horses love when you, we had horses in our family. They love how you do that.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like big dogs. The horses are big
dogs. They
are. He said.
Really big dogs.
Really big dogs, yes. Now, we talked a little bit at the beginning. We're kind of like going through a new norm in the world out there. And a lot of people, whether they're waiting for in the state where they can groom, but maybe waiting for their groomer to open up, kind of like I had to wait for my hairdresser to open up. But, it's like, so many people, and I know people had asked me questions, and I recommend this. Hopefully your sales boosted during this time. Something good came out of this horrible time.
Oh, yeah.
But I recommended this because they were concerned about how to keep their pet's coat fresh, and a lot of health issues that go with this too. So
exactly.
Can you tell how the pet parents out there could possibly benefit from doing home grooming with HandsOn Glove?
You bet. And even in normal times when you can take the dogs to the groomers, we have professional groomers using this product, and they actually recommend this product to their clients because they know their clients will actually use it. And so it's fun. It's a great bonding experience, and you want to put the gloves on and go make your dogs happy. But a regular every other day, every day, and that's the other thing about HandsOn Gloves. They don't rip and cut the hair out. So you can use them every day. You can use them multiple times a day. It'll just make them shinier. And but again, getting that dirt and dander off and rubbing those natural oils through the coat will prevent mats. And it just makes a healthy, natural hair coat.
I have some close friends who have animals and they live in non-residential areas. So the dogs are always getting into whether it's the lagoons or wherever it is they're going, and they come out and they're a little dirty. I'm telling you, it's a much easier job to wash your dogs with these than it is just because you got to get a lot of that dirt out. So it gets in there, but it does it in a nice, comfortable way.
You bet, yeah. And to that point, one of my rescues, a Great Pyrenees, or a Kubas, we're not sure which she is, her favorite perfume is cow flop. And she always likes it right on her neck. So washing that out with the gloves on keeps it off of my hands.
Oh, that's so, yes. Yeah,
and
we have a
dogs,
stinky, we got stinky rollers in our house. Yeah. I think that, I think everyone that has a dog has a stinky roller in their house.
Oh, big time.
And myself, I also like it. And I wear gloves when I do the dishes, when I do housework and everything. So to do it with, when I'm giving the dogs their baths or as grooming them, it protects my nails too. So for those of us that want to do that, it also helps that. And it's just so durable. You don't have to worry about it slipping off or you're getting anything into it. It's like very, very durable because like you said, it comes in all different sizes. So you get it kind of custom fit to your hand.
Yeah, to your nail point, I can't tell you how many women have run to our booths at trade shows saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is mainly in the horse industry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can finally have nails. And they show us the nails.
Yes.
I can get manicures and have nails because these protect your nails.
And that is, speaking strictly out of vanity, I'm 100% on board with that. Jay, for the listeners who want to learn more about HandsOn Gloves, which I can't see why they wouldn't because it's a win-win whether they're wet or whether they're dry, and it's good for pets and pet parents, where can they go to learn more?
HandsOnGloves.com. It's that simple.
And you can find the colors, the sizes. As you said, you even have junior sizes because there's children out there who want to do this too. And it's great to get them into the grooming and the bathing process as early as possible. I family, when we were growing up, us kids, we were always the ones that were bathing the dogs and grooming the cats. It was like our parents would go, okay, here you go. But I wish I had this when I did it. I'll tell you that right now.
I know, me too.
I'm so glad that you invented it because we were using the same thing you were back then, that brush.
Yes. But yeah, and that's a great thing to get your kids involved, grandkids involved, anybody. The kids love it, and we will look up. I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. We'll look up, and our kids have their gloves on, and they don't really fit because they're so small. But they're out there with the gloves on, just rubbing the dogs in the yard.
That's so sweet, and you have such great colors too. So I mean, it's not like it's it doesn't look like a uniform. I mean, you have great, I love my purple ones. I love it. And I'm telling you, I keep it with me in my little doggy bag for Olive. She comes with me everywhere. And as soon as I bring it out, she's like on, because sometimes she gets anxious. She has a few issues. And this, it's like a little doggy Xanax. But,
you bet, yeah. And that's the other thing. They're compact. You can put them in a bag. You can put them in your pocket.
I fold it right into the zip pocket. Yep.
So
that's awesome. Now, Jay, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners?
I just want to brag on us for a quick second. We are the number 1 ranked product on QVC.
Awesome.
In the U.S. and in Europe.
Awesome.
And so and many others, but it's just cool to be on a platform like that. They found us, and we got on. Shark Tank wants us to go on. I don't have a deal for them, so I would love that publicity, but but QVC already found us, and we've been on, and I was going to London and
yes, I last talked to you, and it was kind of hard for us to get a time when you could do it because you were over on London QVC, which was totally cool because think of everybody that's learning about it, and now you're on QVC here, so it's a great product. I usually don't endorse things that I don't personally use, and I personally have used it, and since I found out about you, I've been using it ever since, and I've given it as gifts to people. I've recommended it to people. I'm as I say, I'm a HandsOn Glover lover.
I love that. I'm going to use it too.
You can. Well, Jay, thank you so much for being our guest and for sharing this really helpful information about these amazing gloves, HandsOn Gloves. And again, in these challenging times, this is such a great tool for those of us that are grooming our pets from home and may have to do it for a little while longer, or even if you're not doing it because of that, it's a great tool to have with your pet. As I said, I use it not only as a cleaning and a groomer, but it's a little bonding thing for us too. So it's an all-in-one. It's great.
And that's what we're hearing from a lot of people that are stuck in the situation, stuck at home. They're stressed out of their minds. They get the gloves out, and it's just a great release. And they thank us for that. They're like, this was a great product because I get to bond with my pets. I get to make my pets happy, which makes me happy. So we're hearing that a lot right now, which is great.
Well, I thank you for creating it. And, I'm so glad with all your success. It's so well deserved. You're a genuine person, and you did this, and it's helping so many pet parents such as myself that I thank you from my heart. This is really great what you did. Well, this is great what you're doing. And I wish you more success, and hopefully we'll be able to talk again sometime soon.
You bet. Would you like to give your viewers a discount?
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, they'd love it.
So if you go to HandsOnGloves.com, pick your order out, pick your size, pick your color, whatever you want. When you get to the payment page, there'll be a coupon box. In the coupon box, put WEB, web, and that'll be 20% off and free shipping.
Oh, how awesome. And I'm telling you, listeners, you are going to want to do this because once you get this, you're never going to go back to another way of doing it. You're going to love it. So go to handsonglove.com, put in your order, and then enter web, and you're going to get 20% off. Jay, that's so generous of you. Thank you so very much. And I hope that more and more people who are listening to us out there become HandsOn Glove lovers.
I love that.
You can have it. So thank you very much. And
thank you, Susan.
Thank you. We'll be back in just a moment.
We wear fur, and we're damn proud of it.
What?
And our 4 legs.
And our tail. And we go to the bathroom outside.
Well, we may not be too proud of that. Sniff around, then mark your spot right here. Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
We would like to thank our guests this week. And also, as our doggy divas always say, please love your pets because they love you unconditionally. And please remember to adopt, foster, spay, neuter, and microchip. And as always, please have a great Diva week, everyone.
That's all for this episode of the Doggy Diva Show. To find out more, go to our website, thedoggydiva.com. Also, find us on our Facebook page, The Doggy Diva Show, and tell your fellow dog lovers about it. Don't miss Susan Marie, Miss Olive, and the Doggy Divas right here for the next episode. See you again soon.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.